Hey everybody, welcome back to Freeze Frame episode 40, the show where we stop to take a moment to discuss all the heavily talked about news of the week having to do with movies, TV, streaming, and pop culture. My name is Ryder, and today I'm joined by the Star-Spangled Man with a plan, James Walmer. How you doing?
Spangled Man. I'm doing good, man. Resume classes tomorrow, so I'm just trying to get last bit of work done. Metroid Dread Special Edition came in the mail today, so
Ooh.
I unboxed that, and
Mhm.
it's so cool.
Oh,
Like there's so
that's
much
cool.
attention to detail and the packaging.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, so you got your hands full. You got a lot of stuff going on. That's good.
You got a lot of stuff going on. I want to like try and play it, but also I'm like, oh, that might be bad for me because I'm
Uh-huh.
trying to get work done before school starts.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like if there's hammering in the background, I don't know what's going on. I feel like there's construction going on in my apartment, always at all times. So apologies to
okay.
everybody listening at home, but it'll be small. But yeah, it's been busy for me too. I'm trying to watch more, trying to obtain more content as always. I'm trying to keep up with you
Mhm.
guys because I feel like y'all are always on top of it. So I'm trying my best to catch up.
Hey man, it ain't no thing.
Yeah. But anyways, before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening. Audio listeners, we appreciate you guys. If you want to give us a review, let us know what we're doing right. Let us know what we're doing wrong. It helps us out a lot. We have Discord and we have TikTok and all the social media linked down below so you guys can connect with us. We really appreciate you guys hopping in our social media and chat with us and connecting from other platforms. It's super cool. But yeah, without further ado, we can get started. And there's some topics I put here to talk about with you, James, because I know you're kind of.
Okay.
We got San Diego Comic-Con that happened this past week, and so
Yes, sir.
I was spamming you guys with all these updates, all these photos of kind of stuff that's going on. There was some Gundam booths. There was a lot of stuff, but one of the cool things that happened was during like the costume contest, the main show, the Peacemaker guards come up from the DC universe, the Suicide Squad movie. There was John Cena's people's costume. They're in costume. They take off the host, they throw her backstage, and then John Cena walks out, and he's in Peacemaker costume, and he
Hell
drops
yeah.
he drops a teaser, and I was like, what? And
Super cool.
it was nice because San Diego Comic Con usually has those reveals, but at least they had one kind of surprise thing for us. But
Mhm.
it was kind of cool. I was like, oh, John Cena, and they showed a trailer. Are you at all interested in the show, or
I
what
can't
was
wait.
you ready for it?
Because
Okay.
I love Suicide Squad. I love James Gunn's Suicide Squad.
Mhm. Did you like
Um,
him in the movie, or because I,
I
I
did.
I had a
I really
mix.
liked him.
That's good.
I
That's
thought it was
good.
a great performance. So I really wanted more of his character because I thought
Mhm.
he was so strong.
Yeah, he was funny, and he definitely wasn't one-sided. Like he was so he
Mm.
seemed like a bad guy, but then when you think about it, Suicide Squad, they are all kind of bad guys. So
I'm all bad
it
guys.
fit. It fit. Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited to see the show. Definitely it looked funny. The clips that they showed, it was hilarious. And but yeah, that was kind of the highlight of my weekend. But moving on now, some other unfortunate news that I saw on Twitter pop up. I don't know if you saw it as well. Stephen
Mhm.
Sondheim, which is
Oh, I
one
didn't
of
see this.
Broadway's greatest writers of all time, has recently passed away at the age of 91. Of course, he did the lyrics to West Side Story, composed Into
Mm.
the Woods, Sweeney Todd, and a plethora of much more. But
Wow. Wow.
yeah, it was crazy because there was this Netflix movie that just came out with Andrew Garfield called Tick Tick Boom, and Stephen
Yeah.
Sondheim is in it. Well, not in it, but his character is in it because he knew the main character, and so it just hits different when it's like, wow, you just recently saw him in a movie and now he's passed. It's sad,
Mhm.
but
Yeah. Really
definitely
sad.
a huge member of Broadway. But anyways, we can move on now. If you want to start us off with some of our big news here,
Wow.
take us off.
Okay. Put in my hands. Coming from Marvel News, Spider-Man tickets are now on sale. Website crashes appeared everywhere. People couldn't get onto websites. But I think if you're lucky, you can get on now and try and find tickets where they're not sold out. Um, but Ryder was, putting in work last night and got us
Oh,
some tickets. So the Strictly Casual crew will be seeing it on opening night.
yeah, we're really excited. It was crazy because like I was looking and as soon as the Mano won, all on Twitter, AMC, Regal, Fandango, everything was gone, and I was like, wow, this is.
Well,
I
yeah.
mean, Endgame happened like this, but I think it's making history. So I'm
Hmm.
a part of the hype.
I mean, yeah, it's like the biggest movie after Endgame
Hmm.
for sure.
Yeah, and
Go ahead.
I'm interested to see the pre-sale, the prices on like not prices, but like what's it looking like? How much the movie's gonna make opening weekend now?
Oh
If
yeah,
that's higher,
like
lower than Endgame.
projections.
Yeah, projections. Hmm.
Yeah, I would. I think I would assume higher because I feel like there's been just more people on the bandwagon
Mhm. Yeah, for sure.
post Endgame.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yep.
Exciting.
Um, No Way Home produced. So do you want me to go through this entire Marvel thing, or you want to alternate every
Oh,
couple weeks?
you can keep going. I mean, I'll do like last two, I guess. You want to, you could do a couple. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Cool. No Way Home producer says this is not the last MCU Spider-Man film. Um, who is this? This is Amy Pascal, right?
Yes.
Saying we are ready to make the next Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland. We're thinking of this as 3 films, and now we're going to go on to the next 3. So Spider-Verse 2 will also have some teaser or something coming very soon, also from Amy Pascal.
Exciting. Exciting. Yeah.
So we got a lot of Spider-Man hype.
Yeah. I think it's pretty
Yeah.
crazy that they're like, well, we lost the tickets, internet broke, and also Into the Spider-Verse is coming. And I also saw something where I couldn't find this. I couldn't find the news on this, but take it with a grain of salt. That I did see Amy Pascal also tease that Miles Morales, a live action Miles Morales, is in talks. Like very early.
Really?
Yeah, but that
You have a
they're
Dreamcast?
yeah. Oh, Dreamcast. I don't know. It's hard. I want a fresh face. I really do. I want a
Hmm.
fresh face who has strong talent, but there's a lot of great young actors out there right now that I see a lot of people like constantly casting it as, but I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like a fresh
Hmm.
face for Miles would be cool.
Yeah, there's no one who comes to my mind.
The
But
people always
I'm
say a
really
lot.
excited.
That kid from Stranger Things. I forgot his name. Yeah,
Oh,
him.
from Stranger Things season 2.
But he's good. I mean, he's a great actor, so I don't see why not. But
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Real quick, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania has finished filming. This comes from Peyton Reed. He posted. That's pretty exciting. Crazy how fast they're getting through these productions. Uh,
Hmm.
oh, and then I wanted to talk Hawkeye a little bit. I wanted to ask you, have you seen any Hawkeye, or what are
I
your
haven't seen
thoughts?
it. That'd be Vin. Vin and Justin
Mhm.
watched it last night. Vin came in. He said my expectations were low, but I really enjoyed it. He thinks it was the strongest start of the first strongest pilot
Mhm.
episode of all of the shows. Um,
Okay, well,
and he just really wants more.
that's cool. Okay, and what are your like expectations for it? Are you have low
Super
expectations? You ready?
low.
Okay.
Super low. I heard it's like a Hallmark movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I'd
that's what I
say
heard.
it is the most grounded. Like, Falcon and Winter Soldier, they said that one was grounded. This is way more. Like Daredevil level. I mean, you're
Well, okay.
talking thugs on the road, you know what I mean? So if you
Yeah.
put your expectation, I wouldn't say low, but low in that it's not going to be like crazy. It's ground level. I mean, it's Hawkeye, he doesn't really
Cool.
have powers, but there's some really cool character moments in it. And I really enjoyed the relationship between him and Kate Bishop. That was like a highlight. Kate Bishop is the driving force of the show. You know what I
I
mean?
heard
So
she's great.
yeah. So that would be my only seller is watch it for Kate Bishop and see what you think.
Okay, but here's another thing is
Okay.
I have to watch all the previous shows to like get anything from Hawkeye.
Oh, I wouldn't say no, no. I mean,
Okay.
Endgame, and I know everyone's seen Endgame. That's it, really, because it
Great.
connects that with what Hawkeye was doing during that film. But that's it. You
Cool.
don't need to know anything. And then this is another exciting one. Disney will spend apparently 33 billion on content for the next year, 2022. And for what they did last year, 25 billion they spent. So
That's a lot of money, dude.
yeah, it's
That's so
ridiculous.
much money.
And I feel like this is going into, of course, Marvel, Star Wars, and we're seeing, with the recent announcements that we reacted to, Obi-Wan and Ahsoka, they're doing more than just like Mando was the one, that kind of ran through the
Mhm.
year and the hype, and now they're doing like 3 or 4 Star Wars, 3 or 4 Marvel a year. Like it's crazy. They're just doubling everything.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane how much money Disney has and how much of a corporate giant they are now.
Yeah. Yeah. And lastly, Daily Bugle, hosted by J. Jonah Jameson, is now on TikTok. So
That's so cool. I didn't know about this, but I look forward to like right after the show. I'm gonna go and look through his TikToks. That's really fun.
okay. Yeah, it was pretty cool because one of the characters from the movies is in it. The little girl, I forget her name. Not little girl, but one of the high schoolers. Betty Brant. I think Betty is her name.
Hmm.
She's like an
I don't remember
intern.
her.
She's an intern with the Star Wars, I mean at the Daily Bugle, so it's pretty funny. Cool, you gotta check it out.
Cool.
All right, now if you want to take us, we have one Star Wars one.
Great.
Present.
The Star Wars sequel trilogy characters could live on in future projects, hence Kathleen Kennedy. This comes from Empire Magazine. And she says, quote, those are conversations that are going on with the creative team. So they're in conversation. Who knows?
I wanted to ask you, what's the one character, and it could be more than one, that you want to see come back from the sequel trilogy?
I want to see Finn come back because I think
I figured.
we never really got
Hmm.
Finn. You know, there was so
Yeah.
much promise behind Finn in
Hmm.
episode 7, and there was just like no follow through for his character.
Yeah, I would be so
So,
cool. Like, I wouldn't want to see him again, like fully like a Jedi. I would want to see him where we left off with him, like feel
mm,
force sensitive and kind of dabbling in it. That way, whatever movie it is that he pops up, we see a journey of him finally become a Jedi, and I'm like, that would be awesome.
that'd be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I love them, and I feel like he was a little snubbed, but we'll see. Hopefully, he
Hmm.
gets his redemption. Okay,
Fingers
and
crossed.
yeah, fingers crossed. Okay, we have one DC one here. I'll get to this. League of Super Pets. They dropped a new trailer, and
Yep.
it was pretty interesting. They had a I think it was a funny trailer, you know, because it's animated
Really?
and yeah, it looked kind of funny because we have Dwayne Johnson as Crypto, Kevin Hart is Ace, a hound who
Yep.
acquires the powers of super strength. We have other actors like Vanessa Bayer as PB, Natasha Lyonne as Merton, and Diego Luna as Chip, which is, I thought this was funny. He's a squirrel who acquires electrical powers.
Hmm.
And then we have much more incredible actors. We even have what's his, John Krasinski is voicing Superman. I
No
thought that was
way.
kind of cool. Yeah.
That's
Um,
cool.
yeah, but that's about it. As for DC, hopefully we get more news on Batman. I want to see what kind of teasers and trailers drop for Batman because I want to keep jumping on that hype and seeing what people
Yeah.
think. You know.
Yeah. I'm really excited to see more of that.
All right.
From Universal Studios, new Jurassic World prologue released showcasing the state of the world now with dinosaurs roaming free.
Yeah. I don't know if you've
People
seen
are
this.
pretty like underwhelmed
Mhm.
by this
Yeah.
screenshot. People are like, you know, what else are you supposed to, communicate? Like it's not a it's just kind of lackluster
Mhm.
poster.
Yeah, they released a long time ago, like a little like a short film of like
Mm.
this family have you seen it? The nature park one where the
Mhm.
dinosaurs are invading. So it's just a family. It's just a regular family. We've never seen it before, and they're camping, and some dinosaurs are there, kind of fighting in the forest. So it's kind of this is just I think it's slow hype, but they're trying to world build on like look at the whole world. It's a Jurassic World. Dinosaurs are everywhere. So
Right.
I feel like with the prologue release, we might see a teaser trailer soon, maybe in the next couple of weeks, but maybe New Year, maybe like New Year's Eve or something. I don't know.
Did you like the last movie?
Yeah, I thought it was alright. I think it was a weird choice to do kind of like a horror type vibe. It seemed like I felt like
Yeah.
Resident Evil at times when it wasn't horror, but you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
what'd you think?
I liked the horror aspects, but I hate the direction they took with it at the end of the movie. Like the way
Uh,
that decision was made to let the dinosaurs out was just so
yeah.
like, oh, okay, I guess this is what we're doing.
Yeah, because it goes. It like it'd be a huge mistake because it's the girl too, because she's a clone. Like it's okay to say spoilers. Like the movie's been out for many years.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first movie was great because it's kind of like it's like the first Star like episode 7 of Star Wars trying to redo the original, what made the original so great.
Right.
But then they were like, let's make it wild clones, and so she was kind of sympathizing with them, and I was like, oh, like you said, I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Odd.
It was odd.
All right, and you can take us through our other studios.
Cool. So from other studios, we have Hoyt von Hoytema. Wow, what a name. They worked on Interstellar and Tenet, and they will serve as a cinematographer for Jordan Peele's next film, Nope, starring Stephen Yeun, Daniel Kaluuya, and Keke Palmer.
Interesting. Yeah, I was like,
Very
oh
interesting.
man, the cinematographer Tenet, like that's pretty. I mean, and Interstellar as well. Any DC.
Mhm.
DC. Sorry, Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
I'm excited. That film was cool, and we have a first teaser poster for Nope, and it's just clouds, little city. Interesting. Definitely. I mean,
That was earlier this year, right?
yeah, I think a while ago, but
That was a long time
mhm.
ago. But I'm really excited for that. I like Jordan Peele stuff. I'm one of the few people who thinks Us was just a little better than Get Out.
Oh yeah.
But
Let me think. Yeah, they were both. Yeah, they were
and
both.
didn't he release another film too that
Oh
was he produced it, didn't
yeah, he
he?
produced that
Right,
one film,
produced it.
Candyman. That's what it's called. I was gonna say B Man, Candyman.
Candyman? Yeah.
I think he produced
Was
that one.
that the one with the like they were looking up in the sky and there was a in the trailer and there was a jet stream.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I remember the trailer where it was Yahya Abdul Mateen, and he got stung with a bug, and then he was like, say his name 3 times, Candyman, 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 and they were like,
Oh,
I'm
that's
not
the
gonna
one
say
I'm
that name.
thinking about.
Okay,
Damn.
that's the one I know.
Oh well. Damn. I wish I could remember it. Oh well.
We'll have
A
to
new
look at some
Magic Mike
trailers.
film titled Magic Mike's Last Dance is in the work at HBO Max, with Steven Soderbergh set to direct and Channing Tatum set to reprise his role.
Pretty cool.
I heard Magic Mike is a good time. I've never seen Magic Mike.
Yeah, neither have I. My mom has seen it, and all my aunts and all my female relatives. But yeah,
I want to watch it really bad.
yeah. Kudos to Channing Tatum. I mean, I think that was his career before he did acting, right? Wasn't he?
Was he?
I think so. I heard that.
Really?
Yeah, and so like when he made the first one, it was like I want to show my story, kind of, and so now it's like you got your whole.
All right.
You got your
That's
whole.
cool.
Yeah. So I was like,
I like that.
Mm-hmm. And now TV, we have one article from TV which we barely get sometimes. It's sad. It's always streaming that we go straight to. But this is for BBC. The 13th Doctor will return for a Doctor Who New Year's special on January 1st. Of course, she's Jodie Whittaker. That's her name. She will also star in a spring special and an autumn special before her Doctor regenerates.
Cool.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
I always like to have like this passive sort of like, I'm not actively watching the show, but I just like to observe what's going on in the Doctor Who universe sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Because I watched it up through David Tennant and like the first few episodes of Matt Smith.
Oh really?
But,
Okay.
yeah, I really enjoy Doctor Who. I think it's very well written.
Yeah, as I've never seen it as well, but
Ryder, you would love Doctor Who.
I know, that's what I hear.
It.
Like I look up some of the stuff like with the TARDIS and like I know there's time travel and like with the tools.
A lot of lore.
Yeah, a lot of lore. So I hear the more and more I hear, the more I'm like, oh wow, that's actually exactly what I like.
Yeah, and a lot of it is like there's a lot of lore and a lot of like intricate things, but they all serve as sort of this like canvas for like characters and who the Doctor is and what his role is in the universe, and all of these like space politics and things like that have to line up. But I think you'd really enjoy it.
That's cool. That's cool. I'll have to see. I think it's on one of the streaming services or something. I believe it is. I'll check out some episodes.
Yeah, I want to check.
Let's see. Anyways, let's see. Moving on now. Let's see. This is a quick one, then you can take over on Amazon on HBO Max. We got Euphoria season 2 dropped their trailer. Pretty exciting. Have you seen Euphoria at all or heard anything about it?
I have not, but I heard it's good.
It's something. I'll tell you that. Like I would say listen, it's fantastic in the acting because all these young actors are just fantastic. They're throwing everything they got at this show, but it is very like heavy themes when it comes to high schoolers and going through the drama of all that and like just serious adult themes. Like very mature. It's very mature. You know what I mean? So it's a lot, but it definitely it's fantastic, and it's definitely a magnifying glass on that area of people and just how the world is. I think I don't try my best to explain it, but yeah. So new season's coming January 9th, pretty soon. I'm excited to check it out. Great.
Cool. I might get to that around Christmas break. Who knows?
Oh, okay.
Coming from Amazon Studios is close to locking down a deal to develop a Mass Effect series. What does deadline mean?
Oh, this is from Deadline News, Deadline magazine.
Okay,
yes.
cool. Should have assumed that. Coming from studio head Jennifer Salke, maybe. She says, "You will see us continuing to invest in fantasy genre of all kinds. We have a genre-focused team on the ground in studios who work tirelessly with our creative partners on those slates, and you can look forward to more."
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. Mass Effect show potentially could be really good if it's done right. Like I don't know, I don't have a strong history with Amazon original shows other than anime that come onto Amazon and not other platforms. Like Banana Fish and Vinland Saga are 2 animated series that are on Amazon Prime exclusively right now that I really, really enjoy. I know a lot of people liked the one with John Krasinski.
Oh, Jack Reacher? No, not Jack.
Not Jack Reacher.
It's one of those names, right? It's from Tom Clancy. Tom Clancy's.
Yeah, Tom Clancy.
I don't remember his name, but I know you're just. I feel you. Let's see.
But yeah, a lot of people liked that. But I don't know about other ones, but I think Mass Effect is such a good universe that can totally adapt to not film, to TV, to
Mhm.
television, and to streaming services because there's a lot there. Like
Yeah.
it's an entire universe that
Mhm.
has a lot of world building to flesh out. Like it would if you were to make it into a film as opposed to a series, you'd have to do a lot of like Dune level. It's like a Dune level
Yeah,
universe in which it
absolutely.
has that much. Like it has an entire like space politics that you have to work out,
Mhm.
like whole universes of species, and they all are connected to one another through, and there's whole histories that you have to figure out. Like you can go in through and you're playing Mass Effect 2, there's just pages of lore to scroll through,
Yeah.
like on even like locations, like the
Mhm.
Citadel is like the kind of the central hub where everyone kind of trades and they interact with each other. But like even that alone has like so many pages of lore based around it.
Ah,
So it's
mhm.
really cool. Um, kind of like if I could describe it
Mhm.
close to anything else, it would be kind of similar to Star Trek,
Oh, okay. Cool, cool.
but like less about
Uh,
exploration and
yeah.
more about politics and like,
Mhm. Alright.
and dealing with like external threats in certain species and um, more internal conflicts
Oh, cool.
rather than like just for discovery.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it seems like it's very fantasy, like I think that so basically based off of The Wheel of Time, which is a fantasy show that dropped on Amazon, it was their most watched series premiere of the
Mhm.
year. It's crazy. It said it's also one of Prime's top 5 series premieres of all time. So I think Jennifer Salk, I believe her name, how you pronounce her last name, she was talking about we want to do more fantasy shows, and of course Mass Effect's one of them. And my big comparison that I think of is like Netflix's The Witcher and how they're making
Mass Effect is not
spin-offs.
fantasy though;
Oh, really? Okay. Well, then,
it's sci-fi.
yeah, that's weird. Okay, so then I guess they got it wrong, which what she was saying. I guess she was trying to get the vibe, though. You know what I mean? Like, we're trying
Yeah,
to do
I
these
don't
shows.
know.
I don't know why she would say fantasy. Maybe,
But
maybe
I
she was just
saw
talking
the
about Wheel
thing
of Time.
about I
Might have
saw
read
the
it
thing
wrong.
about the Mass Effect show,
Hmm.
but I don't know how that relates to what Jennifer Salke said. I'm gonna try and
Hmm.
pull it up as you go about the next
Yeah,
article.
it might have been. She was just talking about like we like these fantasy. We want to pull more shows and more stuff like that. So, but yeah, I was saying,
Uh-huh.
like The Witcher and how it has a whole universe. There's spin-offs and there's plenty of ways to go with that. I think that Amazon Studios is doing that with Mass Effect, and you've seen The Boys. You know that The Boys does well. I think they can make Mass Effect a good mature show that has all that stuff that you laid out.
Yeah. The headline says double down on genre with Mass Effect adaptation prayers to usher in Lord of the Rings. I think they're talking about Lord of the Rings with that quote.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I'm trying to
Gotcha.
find any sort of
They're pulling
quote
everything.
that could. Yeah, I'm looking at that article.
Okay, cool. So fantasy, sci-fi, all kinds of different genres they're kind of pulling into Amazon. Cool, cool.
Oh, wait, here it is. One of the company's newest hopefuls is the area in the area arena, sorry, is Mass Effect. Amazon Studios is near a deal to develop a series based on this best-selling sci-fi video game franchise from Electronic Arts. And then she says that quote.
Oh,
Talking about
nice.
the Wheel of Time successful launch,
Hmm.
Marvelous Miss Maisel. Okay, yeah, so I guess she never exclusively talks about it, but
Okay.
she talks about all these different directions in which that they want to like branch out into, in which I could definitely see Mass Effect being the sci-fi
Yeah,
area to go in. Got
absolutely.
it.
Interesting.
And
Okay,
but she
cool,
does
cool.
talk
Thanks.
about Lord of the Rings, and
Oh
what she
yeah.
says, all systems are go on that show. It looks absolutely incredible. And we can't wait to launch it into the world. And our global audience is hungry for elevated fantasy and shows based on beloved IP. We see that with The Wheel of Time, and The Lord of the Rings will be a centerpiece of our year.
Wow. Yeah, I forget about Lord of the Rings. Like the photo, they released that photo,
Mhm.
and
Yeah, they did.
already, like, my gosh, it looked like. I know it's
I
probably
really
one.
hope it's good. I
Yeah. Right.
really hope it's good, dude.
Or no. It seems like they're putting a lot of money into. Like I remember we had talked about a long, long time ago about the budget and the timing that it takes, and they're putting like, man, the budget's ridiculous on it. So I hope that with high budgets doesn't don't always mean great shows, but
Right,
let's hope that
right.
they put money into where what divisions matter, like CGI and stuff like that, because
Yeah.
I want it to look good.
And I want to put on. Sorry, I should have said this during HBO Max. 'Cause I totally forgot. But we got a screenshot or almost like a poster picture from Last of Us.
Oh, really? That we got
Yeah, we
something
did.
new?
Mhm.
I didn't see it. So it's for like HBO
It's
official?
like a poster. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
really
gosh. I
cool.
have to check it out. I can't believe I didn't see that. Wow.
It's like an overhead. It's great. I forgot what specifically is on it, but
Wait,
it looks
is
really
it
cool.
is it like outdoors with the plane or no? It's not the
No,
photo. Okay.
it's an art. Like it's drawn.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. I'll check it out after the
Hmm.
show. Thanks.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay, last one before we get into our light news. Fresh Prince is coming back. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is having a new
Yeah.
reimagining called Bel-Air. And so,
Yeah. That's been teased for a while, right?
yeah, I believe so. And they kind of recently dropped like a little bit of a video, like a
Hmm.
teaser video of the main actor playing him, as well as they showed a photo of the uncle, I believe. Right? Is
Who's
it the
playing Will
uncle?
Smith?
I don't know his name, but it's a young young actor. It's a younger guy, but
Cool.
and the teaser was cool because it was him like in water, and there was a
Hmm.
throne, and Will Smith was narrating. This is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down. He's
Very
floating
cool.
down, like the actor playing it, and then the crown falls, and it's like Bel Air, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. I hope the direction so far seems kind of cool.
Very cool.
All right, and now we can get into our light news. This is just random ones that I saw that just seemed that we needed to mention. We can go back and forth on them. James, you want to
Sweet.
start us off?
Yeah, the Book of Boba Fett will have 7 episodes, confirms Disney.
Excited, it's coming soon. Extraction 2 starts shooting today, or yeah, it was today, I think, or yesterday. Sam Hargrave, the director, on his social media posted that. Excited.
Cool. Chucky will return for another round in what is S2 season 2
Mhm.
next year?
Mhm.
Is this a show?
Yeah, it's still on sci-fi that they're doing right now.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Chucky. Okay, Uncut Gems, the Criterion Collection, is on 4K Ultra HD. It's now available and at 50% off. Now.
Whoa! That's huge.
Mhm.
Dolph Lundgren says, I think there's some talk about doing a whole spin-off on Drago with MGM. What is Drago?
Drago is the character from the Rocky franchise. He's the boxer. Mhm.
That's I haven't touched a Rocky film.
Have you seen the Creeds? In the
Never
Creed one?
seen
No?
none of them.
Creeds are really good. The Creed is, I mean, they of course there's sequels to the Rocky films, and
Hmm.
the Rocky films are built. The Creed films are built off Rocky, but I think when you know a little bit about Rocky, and of course he's a famous boxer and he won and lost and all this, when you watch Creed, it's like, oh, there's gravity there with Sylvester Stallone and Dolph. So I'd
Yeah,
recommend Creed. I feel like you'd like it. It's really good.
cool.
And then lastly, Miley Cyrus and Pete Davidson will host NBC's Miley's New Year's Eve party from SNL
Of
creator
course they will.
Lorne Michaels. Can you
That's funny.
believe New Year's Eve is already coming here, dude?
Shut up. That's way too soon.
Christmas time and New Year's Eve
Oh my god.
2022. 2021 went by
Yeah, that's
fast.
crazy. It
It
went
was
by way too quick.
because it felt like it was still like recuperating from 2020
Mhm.
because we were like, what happened to 2020? So 2021, we were like, oh, okay, now we're kind of getting the hang of things. Now 2022, I feel like is the first year back, and hopefully it's like back. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's gonna be a good year for all of us. I feel like there's some good things coming.
Yeah.
All right, and there I have it. Now we can get into our recommendations and recommend to everybody at home.
Ooh.
If you have yours ready, let me know. If not, I think I got one. I believe I always like wing it before because I remember what I'm watching.
Mhm.
But you know what? I'm gonna recommend Hawkeye just because I know
Okay.
you haven't seen it, and I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are probably hesitant to watch it. And I would say give it a chance. The first 2 episodes are solid to either get you hooked or not. So
Mhm.
I'd say take the time to watch them. See.
I would say go watch Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Oh, you
It
saw
was
it,
so much fun. Vin and I saw it
dude.
on Friday,
Mhm.
I think. Saw 9 o'clock, and it was so much fun.
It's so
It doesn't
good,
do
man.
like it's not like I wouldn't say it's an incredible film. It's not like oh it was so good, but it was just so much fun.
A lot of
Like I came
fan
in with low
service.
expectations,
Mhm.
and it was just like oh a really good time.
Yeah, they really. If you're a Ghostbusters fan, you're gonna be
Oh
satisfied with
yeah,
this because
you need to
they're.
watch it if you're a Ghostbusters fan. But
It's.
I don't even consider myself a Ghostbusters fan, and I loved it.
Oh wow, okay, that's good.
Just the writing was so
Mhm.
good.
Yeah, it felt like it came from the heart. You know what I mean? It really came
Mhm.
from the heart, and
Yeah, absolutely.
made me
Paul Rudd is
emotional.
great.
Mhm.
The main girl whose name I never knew, who plays Phoebe is
And
really good.
Oh, man, I don't know. Yeah, I like have it on the tip of my tongue, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's great. I got emotional watching it.
Oh,
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for the show. I'm gonna say this right now. Well, I'm gonna ask James, what's the shortest episode of Checkpoint you guys have ever had? Have y'all had short like what's the
like
shortest
I
one?
would say like 20, maybe like 27 minutes.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, we're at 30 right now, so like
Right.
this is the shortest episode we've ever had on the show. But it's
Which is more than
yeah,
okay.
more than fine. Yeah. But James, thanks for
Mhm.
hopping on. Appreciate you doing this with me.
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Everybody at home, thank you guys for listening. Thanks for watching. Check us out on YouTube if you're listening at home. Give us a subscribe and check out our content we have on there, and vice versa. We also have podcasts on all audio platforms if you just want to listen at home. Again, we have all our social media linked down below if you want to connect with us, and we have plenty more content coming in the future on Strictly Casual here. But that was episode 40. James, if you want to say any closing thoughts for everyone at home.
Don't forget to put on notifications. Don't forget to subscribe, to follow, to leave a review. All of the things that helps us out here on Strictly Casual. Thank you guys so much for all your continued support.
All right. See you guys next week. Bye, everybody.
Peace out.